From the sublime to the ridiculous, Bruce Springsteen keeps annoying fans who've paid good money to hear him sing his classics. Instead, they're copying undergraduate rants like this.
There's some very weird, strange, and dangerous shit going on out there. In America, they are persecuting people for using their right to free speech and voicing their dissent. This is happening now. In America, the richest men are taking satisfaction in abandoning the world's poorest children to sickness and death. This is happening now.
Oh, gosh, he's really too old to be this stupid, Alex. You can tell from the small smattering of applause there that the audience want him to stop ranting and to start singing.
Well, Rita, it's quite embarrassing when you look at Bruce Springsteen, one of the richest musicians in America, who's had an incredible career, but he cannot heal from his Trump derangement syndrome. And I know that's a cliche at this point, just accusing everybody of having it, but you know, Rosie O'Donnell actually moved out of the country. This guy is in front of an audience of his adoring fans, and all he wants to do is talk about the person he hates the most in the world. Like, that is a mental illness. That's a sickness. He needs to go and enjoy the audience that he has in front of him instead of putting them through some sort of college lecture. It's embarrassing.
Well, it was a undergraduate college lecture. It was just so ridiculous. And some of the things he said about the suppression of free speech, you're saying this in the UK, where you're getting people arrested for just tweeting biological facts. So really, if he's concerned about free speech, he would be concentrating on what's happening in the UK. Let's listen to this further rant from Bruce.
This is all happening now. A majority of our elected representatives have failed to protect the American people from the abuses of an unfit president and a rogue government.
You're right about Rosie O'Donnell. At least she followed through with what she said she was going to do, which was to flee the country. She's still bleating about Donald Trump 24/7. He's obviously still living rent-free in her head. But what about these celebs who campaigned throughout the election season? Bruce was at Kamala's rallies. He sang, he performed, he tried to boost her in whatever way he could. And in the end, she lost comprehensively. Are they ever going to accept that this is the will of the American people?
Well, I don't think they will. I mean, I don't understand how they cannot see that over half the country likes Donald Trump. So that means that over half of his fans like Donald Trump. I mean, this is just a harsh reality that they cannot accept. I know the fact that they were all fans. I can guarantee that you can find clips of Bruce Springsteen liking or praising Donald Trump before he ran for president. So it just doesn't make sense. They just need to let it go and just, I would say, go along to just try to make his life better, his fans better. But instead, these people want to constantly fight and defend people like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, who are, just so incompetent when they were in office. It's really sad, Rita, but that's the Hollywood elite. That's what these musicians, that's why they all stink. And that's why the culture is shifting so dramatically.
Now, the Trump administration has been very strong on the trans issue. They campaigned heavily on it, and they've just announced the so-called gender-affirming procedures, the gender-affirming model, is no longer going to be funded through Medicaid.
Medicaid will no longer be used to pay for barbaric gender mutilation procedures on minor children.
Well, promises made, promises kept, Alex. It's not just the US. We've seen the same thing in the UK, where they're pretty much banned puberty blockers for under 18. There's been a massive shift in this area.
Well, I mean, this shouldn't even be a debate. A child can't drive a car. A child can't get a tattoo. A child can't enter into a contract. So a child shouldn't be able to decide whether or not they want to get life-changing, altering surgery where they can't procreate in the future and they lose the ability to even have any pleasure in a normal relationship. So yes, this is obvious that they need to stop it for children. And if you're over 18, listen, I'm not an anti this and that. You can do what you want to do. But for children, no, it is a crime. And I think it should be a crime to tell a child they're born in the wrong body. So this is a serious thing. The Trump administration, once again, another win for the Trump administration.
And I really do appreciate, though the policies may be similar to the UK and other parts of the world, I do appreciate that very bold language we heard there from Caroline Levitt, because that's how many people see this, and that's what it essentially is. And to try to, use more sensitive language as opposed to saying that we are doing enormous damage to these kids, we are essentially mutilating them. And they're not shy about saying it how it is. Now, before you go, Alex, you've been out there doing the Lord's work again, confronting anti-Elon Musk protesters with your musical gifts.
I don't give a damn because I'm feeling great. And I just know that he's going to penetrate. He's got a lot of babies.
I believe in evolution, that all of us immigrated from Africa.
I don't believe in evolution. I don't believe in evolution. No, I don't believe that we evolved from pond scum.
Reality doesn't matter to you?
No, that's not reality. That's a theory. And you don't understand the difference. The Big Bang Theory is just a theory. Nothing is proven.
So tell me about your days, Alex. Do you just roam the streets looking for these lefties losing it and just, break into song? I'm wondering how you're doing all this, and how did you have the lyrics ready to go? How did you know where he was going to go? It's essential to know how you go about your processes, Alex.
Well, Rita, I'm primetime 99 Alex Stein, the pimp on the blimp, the town hall terror, the #1 city council rapper in the world. So when I go to these protests, Rita, they're there, quite often at that Tesla Cedar Springs service center. So I went out there and I was battling them because they wouldn't talk to me. So I said, hey, let me try to rap them. Maybe that'll make them laugh. And they did laugh. But Rita, I was just trying to out absurd them. And I think I did the job, but now I'm embarrassed. Millions of people are going to see this, Rita, so I didn't expect you to play it. So thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody go, follow me. But man, I'm embarrassed. I hope my dad doesn't watch this.
Follow Alex, because this is what he does day in and day out. He's out there and he's having these confrontations and somehow not getting himself bashed, which we're grateful for. Alex Stein, thank you so much for your time.